or anxiety. But there is prosperity at your fingertips, according to Frank Molinar, who will be sharing with you 3 keys to less stress, more fun, and real wealth. Frank is a certified financial planner with 32 years of experience. Frank was recruited as a financial trainer and consultant and counselor for the United States Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines, and by the Arizona Attorney General's office to support service members with their financial readiness. And in this process, Frank developed an approach, a battle plan, to equip anybody to build a richer life in any economy. He has personally helped thousands of people to take charge of their financial lives and move in the direction of their true potential. Frank's title is Prosperity at Your Fingertips: 3 Keys to More Fun, Less Stress, and Real Worth. Here to prove his case, please welcome certified financial planner, Frank Molinar.
Since the birth of this great nation, this land has been a land of opportunity. What have you made of your opportunities? And what are you making of them now? We're not a poor nation, right, by any stretch, because of the successes of those that have come before us. You and I are living in the richest nation in the recorded history of mankind. But I think maybe we're poorly informed or poorly motivated. And that kind of leads to these scary statistics. It's one thing to hear them, it's another thing to experience them. They're both scary. So I have 3 tools, 3 keys to share with you, and they're culled from thousands of hours of counseling, showing people how to get past their challenges and move and discover the opportunities that lead to the prosperity right at their fingertips. The first one is define the mission. Define the mission. This first came to my attention, or actually came to the forefront of my attention, when a passing soldier asked me just a casual question. He said, "Hey, Mr. Molinar, I have a question for you." Fire away. "Can you make me rich?" I'm like, what is he asking me? Is this banter? Are we just playing? Is this fun? Is he asking me for a job? Does he want some winning numbers? Or what is he asking? So while I'm struggling to try and figure out the question, I hear the answer come out of my lips. "I don't know what rich means to you, but I guarantee I can get you there." He was satisfied and walked off. I was excited, and it's like, where's the pen? I gotta write that down so I don't forget. It's such a great idea. The danger for a lot of us is that we get so involved in our day-to-day lives and the daily grind and paying the bills and feeding the kids and getting things here and there that we forget to look up on the horizon and ask ourselves, is this the direction I really want to go? What does rich mean to you? What does prosperity mean to you? It doesn't matter what it means to her or to him or to anybody else. We're talking about you. What does it mean to you? A clearly defined mission gives you the energy and the motivation to move forward and to not be part of the unwashed masses whose path is just to struggle to make a living. I suggest we stop making a living and let's start building a life. So when you have that motivation, you have that energy, you move to the second key and you turn that key, and that key is called disruption. That's kind of a scary word when it comes to money. Who likes to have their money disrupted? I know a lot of people who are still working through the trauma of the great disruption of 2008. Maybe some here. But that's the nature of it when it's forced on you, when it's involuntarily. It's not really exciting, not fun, hard to embrace. Could be a great wake-up call. But when it's not forced on you, when you voluntarily choose to disrupt your finances, it is one of the greatest actions you can take to move you out of your ruts and onto a fast track of your true potential. What am I talking about disrupting? You name it. How about your own past failures or successes that have become exaggerated opinions? How about your emotional baggage because of something you learned as a kid from your parents by observation or by the things they told you? How about the fact that you don't track your spending or your savings or your debt or even understand that stuff? Like Joel said, I talk to military audiences quite frequently, and I give them a battle plan. There's 5 different disciplines, by the way, to personal finance. Do you know what those tasks are? That's something else we need to disrupt, just our ignorance. So I share it with them, and I tell them, this is it. Stop the bleeding, secure the perimeter, engage the enemy, build future ops, and plan the exit. Bam. And they love that stuff. Because what the disruption does is it gives you a fresh perspective, and it gives you a new sense of urgency, and it again moves you out of those ruts and creates opportunities that leads you sooner rather than later to the third great key. The key I call the great equalizer. This is deploying others to work for you. To try and explain what I mean, I'll come back and explain it in detail, but I had a birthday about a month ago. I tried to stop counting them, but they keep coming. I don't know. So I had a birthday, and in the mail, I got this your year of birth financial review in the mail from a company I deal with. Let me just give you the highlights. In 1961, I know, you're shocked. You were thinking 81, 91, right? Come on, give me some love. In 1961, you could buy a loaf of bread for 21 cents. If you wanted to buy a car, it was $2,370, and if you wanted to buy a house, it was $30,000. To help you with all those purchases, your income was $5,300, $275. 2016, the most recent year we have numbers for now, that loaf of bread is $2. That car is $27,055. That house is $364,000. And to help you with that, your income is $47,400 and change. God, the guy's full of numbers, isn't he? I don't know how quick you are with math, but let me break this down for you. Your income in that time frame, and I know some of you weren't even around in 1961, but he was. Your income has gone up 850%. Interesting. The cost of a loaf of bread has gone up 1,000%. Not so exciting. The higher standard of living that incorporates a car and a house and not just bread and water, that's gone up 1,200%. So you're thinking, this is supposed to inspire me? This is how we deploy and great equalizer? What's the point? That other metric I didn't share with you. At the end of 1961, the Dow Jones Industrial Index closed at 731. At the end of 2016, it closed at 17,848. That's not an 850% increase to keep up with your income. That's not 1,000% increase to keep bread and water on the table. And that's not 1,200% increase to help you at least stay in a car and a home. That is a 2,400% increase. That's what I call the great equalizer, the act of investing. Now, investing is a whole nother subject, it's a whole nother talk, but I just want you to capture the idea that the act of investing well is the process of putting other people to work for you, because their efforts can more than equalize the income disparity of anything you have going on down the road. It can push you right up to your dreams, to that life you defined, and even take you further beyond that into generations of real wealth. So here's my encouragement for you, and for your people, and for your employees. Bring this kind of training to them if you'd like. Let's give up on just making a living. Let's choose to start building a life. Define what it is that matters most to you. Disrupt yourself out of your ruts. Deploy others to make the journey lighter and brighter. And you will discover less stress, more fun, and real wealth. You will discover prosperity at your fingertips. And to that end, I am at your service. Thank you.